Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today's a really chill day. I haven't done my makeup in a few days. I've been trying to do my makeup every day. Not every day. Let's not get carried away here. But I've been trying to just play with makeup and do as many looks as I can. But I feel like there are just so many crazy makeup looks out there that I'm like, do I want to do that, or do I want to stick to my go-to makeup look, which I'm obsessed with? It's just I don't know if it's because my hair is blonde, but even though all my blonde is growing out because a bitch needs her hair done. But I don't know what I'm gonna do. I wanted to play with the Biba palette again. You guys saw me use it in my last tutorial, which I'll link down below for you, but I wanted to play with the Biba palette again just because I just think it's so beautiful, and I wanted to play with these shimmer shades in here. So I might go with a smoky eye, maybe some cut crease action. I don't know, but I'm pretty chill. This is as chill as it's getting. All right, this is as chill as it's getting. This is the first Starbucks cup of coffee I've had since quarantine. I said, you know what? I need some Starbucks in my life. So I got some Starbucks. My lighting is still off. I'm still waiting for a new light because my ring light broke. I'm trying to figure out which backdrop I like better. I really like this backdrop, but I also like the lighting better over there. I don't know. But it's a pretty chill video. I'm gonna just put on some Netflix, watch some Netflix. Have you guys watched anything while in quarantine? I watched the originals for the first time. I watched Vampire Diaries when it was on TV, and then I binge watched it after it was over. And I was like, I tried to watch the originals when it first came on TV, and I was like, no, I can't, because it just it was just so boring. But then I was talking to my friend the other day, and she was like, you should just really watch it. And I was like, fine, I'll just really watch it. And then I watched it, and I literally cried my eyes out. Because if you know, you know. And I needed a few days to recoup. Is it just me, or do you guys get super emotionally attached to fictional characters, and when they die, it's someone in your family died, or a close friend, or it hurts my heart? And I might sound dramatic about it, but I literally cried for 2 days straight because I couldn't believe it. I really couldn't believe it. So now I'm currently watching Legacies, which is now another spin-off from the originals. And it's good. It's good. I'm just trying to finish season 2 already, just so I could get on with my life, because whenever I start a show, I literally I have it in me to finish it no matter what I'm doing. So I'll bring my phone in the shower, and I literally watch it while I cook. It's a little crazy, but I wanted to sit and just play with some makeup. We're gonna play with some makeup. I'm gonna play with this palette. Take a shot every time I say play. We're gonna play with this palette. I don't really know what I want to do, but look how beautiful it is. I just think it's absolutely beautiful. So let's just go ahead and get started and jump into it, because I'm just here to play. I'm not really here to do anything crazy. What I really want to do, though, is I want to play with these shades on the bottom, but not today. That's for another day, I'm feeling more warmy brown tones, you know what I'm saying? Because those are my heart. I already primed my eyes, by the way, with some concealer. This is probably gonna end up being a not a talk through. This is probably gonna end up being a voiceover. So I'm now going to play my show. Alright guys, I haven't recorded a voiceover in quite some time, so let's see if I still got it. I'm going in with the shade Seed from the Biba palette, and I'm using a Morphe M506 brush. It's a really small, fluffy pencil brush, and I really like using this brush to pack on my outer corner color. I find that it really does deposit the color really nicely on the outer corner, and it's pretty easy to blend, I have to say so. So I'm just blending this in the outer corner area, and then I'm going with the shade Pasha. So I'm taking this shade on a fluffy brush, and I'm just starting to diffuse out the edges of that darker shade that we just put down. I like doing this. If you guys prefer to use, a transition color first and then work your way to the deeper shades, by all means, please do that. This is my preferred method, and now I'm just mixing these two shades together, and I'm just going to further blend out the crease. These two shades I'm actually going to blend in more towards the upper crease area, and also bring this in more towards the inner corner. I will leave a list down below of all of the brushes that I used But after this step, it's pretty much a little bit more repetitive at this point. We'll go back in with the darker shade, apply a little bit more depth and darkness into the outer corner, and then go ahead and go in with that Pasha color, go ahead and blend it into the crease, and then we'll go back in with the transition shades that we did use to help blend out the crease. And it's cutting time. You guys have seen me do this a million times. I'm just taking my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. You can use a concealer, you can use a foundation, you can use an eye primer, an eye base. Feel free to use whatever you like. I just prefer using a little bit of a concealer. I already prime my lids with concealer, so I just prefer to use the concealer. Anyways, I'm just cutting my crease about halfway, and then once I get to the outer corner area, I like tapping it out with my finger. As you can see, I'm doing it here. I find that my finger ends up picking up a little bit more of the concealer, and that way the shadow that I apply over top to help blend the outer corner and the concealer together, it really helps the color lay on top. I hope that makes sense. At this point, I was like really torn on what shade I wanted to throw all over my lid. So what I did was I took this shade, I think it's called a Rustic, and I just applied it right in the center where the outer corner meets the inner corner. And now I'm pretty much essentially just mixing these two shades together. One is a light champagne shade and the other one is a really beautiful goldeny champagne shade. So I just decided to mix them both together, and honestly, these shades are beautiful. They look so beautiful on the lid. They lay nicely. The sparkle when the light hits is just absolutely stunning. I love Natasha Denona shadows so much. She never disappoints. I'm so happy with the way that this eye look came out. So once I do that, I'm just going back in with a little bit more of Pasha just to blend out the outer corner area. And because this is a super dramatic look, I wanted a liner, but I didn't want to use the black, so I'm going in with my Benefit Rollerliner. This is the brown one, and I'm just applying just a very thin line to the upper lash line, just so when we apply lashes, our lash line looks full and beautiful. And yeah, so go ahead, and if you want to apply a black liner, feel free, honey, feel free. So I'm going in with an oldie but a goodie for my primer. This is Smashbox Primer Water. You guys know, if you're OG here, I love a good primer water. So while that dried on my face, I just plopped on some lashes. Popped on some lashes. I'm using Flutter Lashes Intoxicating. Bitch, I love those lashes so much. Moving on to the base, I am going in with concealer and cream contour first. If you guys haven't seen this video, I will link it down below for you guys so you guys can check it out. I go completely in depth with this whole technique that I'm doing. So I'm just applying my Tarte Shape Tape in the same areas where I would apply normal concealer as if I had foundation on first, so underneath the eyes and the center of the face. Now for cream contouring, I'm going in with this Dose of Colors Meet Your Hue Concealer. It is beautiful, but it dries super quickly. Like, you guys, don't do what I did here. I applied it all over my face, so by the time I started blending this out, it was super hard to start blending it out because it was starting to dry, and I think that this is more of like a matte finish, this concealer. It was hard, trust me, it was hard. You'll see in a little bit where I struggle a little bit with it, so I'm just blending out my concealer with my damp beauty blender. I'm still trying to figure out, you know, this beauty blender situation. If you guys have seen my last video, the beauty blender, the purple ones, have been giving me a hard time, so I had no problems with this one. So it might be the primer, like an actual primer that I laid down. I'm not too sure. Anyway, I will let you know once I figure it out. So I'm just going to go ahead and blend everything out, all of my concealer, and then I'm going to switch over to a brush to blend out the cream contour. This one is by Smith. It's actually a foundation brush, but I liked it because it was super dense and it's very tightly packed, so it's going to really blend out that cream contour. And as you can see, I start to struggle just a little bit because it was just drying down so matte and so fast, and I couldn't believe it. So I definitely recommend you put your concealer on, blend your concealer out, and then go in with this. Blending that out was a workout, I could tell you that right now. For foundation, I'm going in with one of my current favorite foundations. This is the Wet n Wild Dewy Photofocus foundation, and oh my god, it is beautiful. My skin loves this foundation. Like, it is so good. I could do without the scent of it, but it's so good. If you guys have tried the original Photofocus foundation, I know I have, but it was just way too matte for my skin. I'm so happy they came out with the dewy one. Anyways, I'm just applying a little bit more of that Tarte Shape Tape concealer underneath my eyes. You know, it may look like I'm applying a lot of makeup, but it really isn't. Like, it really isn't. Trust me, it's not a lot of makeup. Moving on to powder, I'm going to go ahead and start by setting my skin with the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Airbrush Finishing Powder. This is a powder that I can't just use by itself unless I have like a no makeup day. I have a lot of glam on right now, so I have to go in with some more powder. So I'm first going to go in with the Huda Beauty powder. This is my favorite loose powder to date. It's beautiful, it's smoothing, it's finely milled, it doesn't dry or cake up on your skin. It is just amazing. You need it in your life. So I literally let that sit on my skin for like 20 seconds, and I'm going in with the Pat McGrath powder, and I'm just using this to lightly dust off whatever excess loose powder that I have on my face. Oh my god, like this combo is so good. To bronze, I'm going in with this Alamar Cosmetics palette. I will leave it down below. I think this is the lightest one, and I'm going in with the middle shade just to give myself a nice little bronzy contour. And then for blush, I'm going in with this Ciate blush. I actually got this in a BoxyCharm, and I'm so obsessed with it. I'm not too sure of the shade name of it, but I will leave it down below for you guys. It is so beautiful. It has a little bit of a sheen to it, which I love. You guys know I'm a blush bitch, okay? Like, I love a good blush, and this is just like a perfect rosy pinky tone. Ugh, it's so good. I'm very passionate when it comes to my blush, guys. I'm very passionate. I'm quickly going to contour this nose just a little bit. Just a little bit. If you feel like you went a little bit overboard with your nose contour, just go ahead and grab a powder, clean it up real quick, and that's it. Throw on a lip and you're good to go. Thanks for hanging out with me. My camera's gonna die. I already got iced coffee on my shirt. Now I'm gonna try and do TikTok dances because that's just what I try and do in this quarantine. Let me know if you guys liked this video. It's a little bit more chill, a little bit laid back, you know what I'm saying? My camera's legit about to die. The lip combo I'm wearing is, because I didn't film it because my camera's about to die, KKW X Mario Beauty Icon Lip Liner, and then the He's a Mixer lipstick that came in their collab. And then I put, where the frig is it? And then I put Patrick Tom Major Glow in She's Expensive in the center. And I called it a day. And my hair is no longer curly. So we're going to try and do some TikTok dances, even though I'm terrible at them. If you guys want to follow me on TikTok, I'll link it down below, which you should, because I really try and I don't get the credit for it. But yeah, thanks so much for watching this random ass video. I hope it brought you some joy or a distraction, whatever it may be. I'm happy you were here. Don't forget to like it before you leave. Leave a comment down below. Just say hey. Be nice. I mean, that's all I can say. And don't forget to subscribe before you leave and hit that little bell that, you know, ring-a-ding-dings every time I upload a video. So thank you guys so much for watching. I love you, and I'll see you when I see you. Bye.